What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Anthony, and today we're going to be talking about a very small altcoin, which is part of the Polkadot ecosystem and only has a $94 million market cap at the moment. So this could be one that could not only 10x, but 20 or even 50x, and I'm not exaggerating. The name of this crypto project is Reef Finance, and it's currently ranked number 278 overall on CoinMarketCap. So a lot of room to potentially grow, but it is worth mentioning that this will be a high risk, high reward play. In this video, we're going to explain to you the vision behind Reef Finance, what separates it and makes it different from a lot of the other DeFi projects on the market right now, and why I believe the time is perfect to invest in this project. But before we get into it, I want to ask you to consider joining our growing community by subscribing to the channel if you are someone who is serious about including cryptocurrency in your overall wealth building strategy. So by now, I think most of you guys who watch this channel regularly know that the DeFi movement is set to disrupt traditional finance over the next decade. And we've seen roughly $70 billion come into this emerging market. But the one thing we've also seen is that that money coming in is coming to and growing from Ethereum-based products. But what I want you guys to know is the Polkadot ecosystem is also on the rise, and as you look at some of these players, some of these will become blue chip cryptos. And the one we're going to talk about here is Reef Finance. I think it's positioned to do exactly that, but many of these names have a lot more room to grow at the present valuations as compared to the Ethereum names. So that's why I'm bringing you this one, and I'm going to be exploring Polkadot a lot this year. I'm also going to be exploring many of the projects that come out on Cardano this year. So definitely, again, hit that subscribe button. And so I wanted to just say that up front, but let's talk about what Reef is. And I want to start out by saying that Reef is kind of a grandiose project. The creators here have a very big vision. So what is it? It's a smart liquidity aggregator and yield engine that enables trading with access to liquidity from both centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges, while offering smart lending, borrowing, staking, mining through the AI-driven personalized Reef yield engine. So that is a lot. And so like I said, they're not going and targeting one specific area of DeFi. They're looking to become a catch-all, kind of a hub for the DeFi experience. So they're not just focusing on lending and borrowing or the derivatives market or focusing on becoming an exchange or a DEX. They're actually kind of trying to do all of that. So like I said, it's a big vision. And the other thing I wanted to kind of go over with you was why they chose Polkadot. I need you to understand the importance of this as an investor. So Polkadot's interoperability layer allows us to communicate with all the blockchains and still achieve high throughput. Additionally, we inherit their security model, which means we get highly resilient and forkless upgrades while still being able to maintain stable on-chain governance. So in a nutshell, using the Polkadot ecosystem for this will give them the interoperability to succeed, because they're going to be pulling data from centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges, and players from all different areas of decentralized finance. So let's talk about the platform a little bit. And the Reef Platform consists of three major components. That is the global liquidity aggregator, the smart yield farming aggregator, and the smart asset management. These three components complement each other and provide users with a one-stop shop for DeFi-related services. And it says here that there are many existing liquidity aggregators currently on the market, but most of them trade through either centralized exchanges, think Binance, Huobi, KuCoin, or through DEXs like Uniswap, Curve, and Balancer. But there is a lack of a service that can source through both types of liquidity sources and find the best option for the user. And that's what Reef aims to do. So what you have to understand about this is that users of the Reef Finance app will be able to trade their assets directly on there. So it will have that ability to act as an exchange in addition to everything else it does. So let's talk a little bit about this smart yield farming aggregator and what that's going to allow us to do. So first of all, they're going to be supporting a whole bunch of stablecoins here. And just for the record, you don't generally see all of these stablecoins supported in one place at the moment in DeFi apps. So they're also going to accept synthetic tokens and wrapped Bitcoin. And the smart yield farming aggregator will also enable them to power their lending and borrowing, give them support for staking, and you will be able to support all of those tokens, not only on Ethereum, but on the DOT network and on the Tezos network, and I would imagine eventually on the Cardano network too. So even though this is Polkadot, think bigger. The vision here is bigger. And they'll also naturally, of course, provide liquidity farming. So the third aspect of Reef that sets the platform apart is a set of powerful portfolio management features available to the users, acting as a complement to Reef Global Liquidity Aggregator and the Smart Yield Farming Aggregator. So Reef will have components built into it that allows users to rebalance their portfolios, and will actually have AI built in to do this automatically. Or for those who want to actively manage their own portfolios, Reef will use its AI engine to present important information or make intelligent recommendations to the user. So it will give you tips as to how you might want to allocate your portfolio. Because think about it, if you're buying and trading there, you might store a lot of money there. You're going to have a wallet hooked up to this thing, guys. But why should you get potentially involved as an investor now? Well, the one thing I think you really need to know is that we are incredibly early to this one, as it just hit the market a few months ago. And that is one of the main reasons. You know, I see a lot of people, when they talk about cryptocurrency, they talk about getting involved in huge projects already. So investing in Ethereum or Bitcoin, or everyone's been talking about Cardano lately because ADA's had such an incredible run to just about $1.50 recently. And as I mentioned before, with those rewards come high risks. So what I do in my approach, and none of this is financial advice, but my approach with projects like Reef is I'll just put in between like $100 and $300 in them, knowing that that money could very well go to zero, or could 20 or 50 or even potentially a 100x. Remember, there are going to be winners in this Polkadot ecosystem that become major players and will most likely be in the top 10. Right now, as you look at CoinGecko and you look at the top 10, aside from Polkadot itself, none of these are Polkadot projects. You have to scroll down a ways before you start seeing those. That will not always be the case. Another thing I want to share with you is just a roadmap of everything that Reef Finance has going on and plans to have released by the end of March on their roadmap. So just this month alone, we're talking about Kusama deployment, dot basket engine, Chainlink integration, multi-ecosystem support, and a lot more. And speaking of Twitter, I am going to be sharing a lot of information about this project in the future. So if you'd like to connect on there, my handle is at CRAnthony3. Do me a favor and just smash that like button if you found value in this content. Also, let me know in the comments section, are you planning on investing in Reef Finance? And if not Reef Finance, which Polkadot projects are going to become the blue chip projects in the crypto space that we've been talking about in this video? Thanks for watching and enjoy the ride.